Hello, and welcome back to Golden Garden Moments. I'm Lily, your guide to simpler, smarter, and more satisfying gardening, even when the weeds try to take over. If you're watching this, chances are you've seen it, that low-growing, fast-spreading weed with tiny oval leaves and a telltale milky sap that oozes out when you break the stem. That's spurge. And if you don't act quickly, it can blanket your lawn, invade your flower beds, and turn your garden paths into a green, sticky mess. But here's the good news: you don't need to live with it. In this video, I'm walking you through 3 proven, practical methods to eliminate spurge weed for good. Whether you prefer to go all natural, use manual labor, or reach for a targeted herbicide, I've got clear, actionable steps for you. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to Golden Garden Moments. We release new videos every week with battle-tested tips to help you reclaim your garden one weed at a time. Hit that subscribe button and tap the bell so you never miss a solution. I don't know, presently gay. Let's start with the basics. What exactly is spurge weed? The most common type you'll find in home gardens is prostrate spurge. It grows flat along the ground, forming dense mats that can stretch over several feet. Its leaves are small, oval-shaped, and arranged opposite each other on reddish stems. Break a stem and you'll see a white, milky latex sap. That's your confirmation. Spurge thrives in poor, compacted soil and loves sunny, dry areas. It's especially fond of thin lawns, gravel driveways, sidewalk cracks, and neglected garden edges. And here's what makes it truly dangerous. Each plant can produce thousands of seeds that remain viable in the soil for years. One season of neglect, and you've got a full-blown infestation. But don't worry, spurge may be persistent, but it's not invincible. Let's move on to how to get rid of it. Method number 1, manual removal. This is the most natural, chemical-free approach, and when done correctly, it's incredibly effective. Start by putting on a pair of gardening gloves. That milky sap can irritate sensitive skin, so protection is a must. The best time to pull spurge is early in the season before the plant flowers and sets seed. Young plants have shallow roots and come out easily, especially if the soil is moist. Water the area the night before or wait until after a light rain. Use a hand weeder, dandelion digger, or even a butter knife to slide under the central taproot. Gently wiggle and lift. You want to remove as much of the root system as possible. If you leave even a small piece behind, the plant can regenerate. Once you've pulled it, do not toss it into your compost pile. Spurge seeds are tough and can survive the composting process. Instead, seal the weeds in a plastic bag and dispose of them with your household trash. For best results, check your garden weekly during the growing season. Pull new sprouts as soon as they appear. Consistency is your greatest weapon. If you're enjoying these hands-on, no-nonsense gardening tips, make sure you're subscribed to Golden Garden Moments. Every week, I bring you simple, effective solutions to common garden problems so you can spend less time fighting weeds and more time enjoying your outdoor space. Method number 2, natural and organic killers. If you'd rather not pull weeds by hand, or if the infestation is too large, there are several natural remedies that work surprisingly well. First on the list, horticultural vinegar. This isn't the 5% vinegar you buy at the grocery store. Look for 20% acetic acid vinegar labeled for weed control. On a warm, sunny, windless day, spray it directly onto the leaves of the spurge plants. The acetic acid will burn the foliage within hours. You'll likely need to repeat the application every 2 to 3 days until the plant stops regrowing. Important note: vinegar is non-selective. It will kill any plant it touches, including your grass and flowers. Use it for spot treatment only along driveways, sidewalks, or in gravel areas. Another simple solution: boiling water. Yes, just plain boiling water. Carefully pour it directly over the center of the spurge plant. The heat will scald the tissues and kill the plant down to the root. Again, this is best for cracks in pavement or isolated patches where you don't mind sacrificing surrounding vegetation. Finally, Consider using corn gluten meal as a pre-emergent. Applied in early spring before soil temperatures reach 55 degrees Fahrenheit, it prevents spurge seeds from germinating. It won't kill existing plants, but it will stop new ones from sprouting, making it a perfect partner to your removal efforts. Method number 3, chemical control. Sometimes, especially with large or long-standing infestations, you need to bring in the big guns. Look for a post-emergent herbicide containing glyphosate or triclopyr. These are systemic herbicides, meaning they travel through the plant to kill it from the inside out, roots and all. Apply on a calm, dry day when no rain is expected for at least 24 hours. Spray lightly but thoroughly over the leaves. You want full coverage without runoff. Avoid spraying on windy days to prevent drift onto desirable plants. Always read and follow the label instructions. Wear protective gloves, long sleeves, and eye protection. Store chemicals safely and keep them away from children and pets. 1 or 2 applications, spaced 10 to 14 days apart, should be enough to fully eliminate mature spurge plants. Now, let's talk prevention, because killing spurge is only half the battle. Keeping it from coming back is where the real victory lies. Start by improving your soil. Spurge thrives in compacted, nutrient-poor conditions. Aerate your lawn annually, top dress with compost, and fertilize appropriately for your grass type. Healthy, dense turf naturally crowds out weeds. In garden beds, apply 2 to 3 inches of organic mulch, shredded bark, straw, or wood chips. Mulch blocks sunlight from reaching weed seeds, preventing germination. Water deeply but infrequently to encourage deep grass roots. Shallow watering favors weeds like spurge that thrive in dry surface soil. And above all, stay vigilant. Inspect your garden weekly. The moment you see a new spurge seedling, pull it. Don't wait. One plant can become 100 in a single season. That's it. 3 reliable, practical methods to get rid of spurge weed permanently. Whether you choose to pull it, spray it, or smother it, you now have the tools to win this battle. I'd love to hear from you. Which method are you planning to try first? Leave a comment below and let me know. Your feedback helps me create better videos for you. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It may seem small, but it makes a huge difference in helping this channel grow. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Golden Garden Moments. Tap the bell icon so you're notified every time we post a new video. Next week, we're tackling nutsedge, the sneaky, grass-like weed that thrives in wet soil and laughs at your lawnmower. You won't want to miss it. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Lily from Golden Garden Moments, here to help you grow a garden you're proud of, one practical tip at a time. Until next time, happy gardening and even happier harvesting.